Cofunction identities. Cofunctions. Students are not very good at this. Historically, students have really struggled with this concept, but you shouldn't, okay? It's not the same thing as reciprocals. Cofunction. Here's what cofunctions are. Sine and cosine. Tangent and cotangent. Secant and cosecant. It has a co in front of it. They're cofunctions, okay? So I think people get confused when they see these formulas, and this formula looks kind of complicated, and you see 6 of them, you're like, well, I'll never remember all that, okay? But watch some examples, and let's see if we can figure out what cofunctions do, okay? Here's the formula. I just boxed it in, but watch this. I think this will be clear. If I said sine 50, I'm in degree mode, by the way, and I said cosine 40, they're the exact same thing. Okay, there's this relationship between sine and cosine being cofunctions. Okay, let's do another one. If I said sine 70 and cosine, anybody want to guess? 20 are the same thing. Sine 70 and cosine 20, there's this relationship between cofunctions. Let's try another one. If I said sine 10, cosine, anybody want to guess? 80. They're the same thing. Can you see what's happening here? What's happening with those angles? What do they do? Add up to 90. If I said sine 89, cosine 1, those are the same thing, okay? That's what cofunctions do, and that's what this formula says, okay? I know that formula looks a lot more complicated than what I just did on the calculator, but it's the same thing, okay? The angles are adding up to 90 in cofunctions. So make sure you know which cofunctions, tangent and cotangent, secant and cosecant, and that's really it. Just know that the angles of cofunctions add up to 90. So when we look at this example down here, you really should be able to do it in your head, okay? Write each function in terms of its cofunction. Well, I know cosine's cofunction is sine, and I know those angles have to add up to 90. So it's going to be sine 38 degrees. Make sure you write that degrees. Okay. Tangent and cotangent are cofunctions. And cotangent 19 degrees, because those two numbers add up to 90. Secant and what's secant's cofunction? Cosecant. And 24 plus 66 equals 90. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now, people really get confused and they don't understand the difference between a cofunction and a reciprocal function, so don't get those mixed up. I know sine and cosecant are reciprocal functions. That's not what we're talking about here. Cofunction is easier. Cofunction is sine and cosine. Tangent and cotangent, secant and cosecant. So on this example, I believe there's a typo on your notes, so I want you to fix it. Fix the typo, both A and B, there are typos. What you have on your paper does not match. It does not make sense because those are not cofunctions. So please fix them to where you have what I have on my screen. We have to find a solution for the equation. We have to solve the equation, all right? And if you identify that we're looking at cofunctions, think about what we just talked about with cofunctions. What do we know about cofunctions? The angles do what? They add up to 90. So I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give away a test question right now, okay? There are going to be people that just try to set these two things equal to each other. They'll say, x plus 4 equals 3x plus 2. I guarantee it. That's not what cofunctions do. Cofunctions don't set those two things equal to each other. Cofunctions say that this plus this is 90. The two angles add up to 90. That's what cofunctions do. So really, it's just a simple algebra problem. We'll solve it, combine like terms. That's 4x plus 6 equals 90. We'll subtract 6 and get 84. So 4x equals 84. And we'll divide by 4 and get 21. That's it. So when you look at part B, it's the exact same thing. Now make sure you fix the typo that I had. Okay? So it matches this. These are cofunctions. What you had were not. Okay, so cofunctions, we know the angles add up to 90. Combine like terms, 3a, those 18s knock each other out. So 3a equals 90, divide by 3, and you get a equals 30.